it's hard to see all of what goes on in the city. That's why we got Maddy Skyeline. It's time for Maddy Skyeline.
It is time for Maddy Skyeline here on the Blitz on San Antonio Sports Star, the new 94.1 FM and AM 1250. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. She is Maddy Skye, the food and culture editor of the San Antonio Express News. You know, I texted her earlier today because the news part of your job has just been, for, the last several weeks. I said, we got to make people smile today. I don't want to talk anything negative. Come up with some good stuff. And damn it, Dejounte Murray just got traded. So I didn't want sad news, but I wasn't expecting that.
Maddy, help us out here, will you? Help us out. I'm depressed.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm grateful I was proactive, and as soon as rumors started swirling and getting a little bit more substantiated, we did have like some notes ready, so I was able to pull together a story pretty quickly, obviously. And you know, this past season has been like a career best for Dejounte, and he's just been like the triple-double thing, the All-Star trip, and it's just really, I think what hurts for San Antonio is that we're so used to loyalty. We're used to loyalty. We're used to the big three sticking around. And I think with Dejounte, there was so much promise. He was, I think, the last person on the current roster to have played with at least two members of the big three, because he played with Manu and Ginobili. And when they left, I think he was part of this promise of like what was to come after in the next generation. So San Antonio saw him grow from a rookie to a team leader, through an ACL injury, to his All-Star trip, through everything. So it's kind of like all of our promise and hope was on Dejounte Murray for such a long period of time. And of course, you know, he was a fan favorite on top of that. So this was a tough one, you guys. And it would happen 15 minutes before the show too, right?
Well, exactly. And you're right. I mean, he kind of was the bridge from the past to the future. And maybe with all these picks, who knows, down the road, it will turn into something. But right now I look at this trade and it doesn't make sense. But we're talking about the Spurs. So I'm trying to figure out what is the next move they are going to make, because on paper, this seems dumb. But I don't know what they plan to do with all these picks that are in future years. And I just feel like, you know, how much gray hair will I have when the Spurs are good again? Because right now it doesn't look like it. And, you know, as a guy that's about to turn 50, I'm fortunate. I don't have gray hair, but I worry that the Spurs might be good again. And I'm going to have a head full of gray hair.
Yeah, you had to plug that. You're good about you have no gray hair. I love that for you.
Thanks.
You know what I'm hoping?
I do have my Manu Ginobili balding spot though, but it's in honor of a tribute to Manu.
Yeah, we found that out at the Super Bowl when there's so many pictures of Jason from behind, and I'm like, dude, you look like Manu Ginobili.
Well, I was like, who is that guy? Oh, that's me. I didn't know I looked like that back there. That's embarrassing.
What a humbling moment. I thought it was funny earlier today. I forgot who it was that tweeted it, that Manu was like talking to Derek Fisher today at the Summer League. I was like, we don't forget.
No, I don't know what pisses you off more, the fact that we just traded Dejounte or that Derek Fisher is in the building as a guest.
Yeah, like,
that's not allowed.
Do not talk to him. I was like, I will follow Manu blindly through everything, but not towards forgiveness for Derek Fisher. That has scarred my childhood. I want to plug that I was a child when that happened. So it makes you feel less young. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm glad that, I don't know if we're laughing to cope or what, but
yes.
It sucks. It sucks. It really sucks.
Well, it does. And
yeah,
I wonder what Keldon Johnson feels like right now, and Devin Vassell. And I know they know it's all part of the business, but still, I just wonder what they're feeling right now. When they hear a story like this, those guys, they got to be wondering what in the world is going on and what kind of a team are we walking into come September.
Yeah, I probably feel like somebody's like, jumping ship type of thing. But I also want to add that I will swallow my pride. And I got into a little argument with Hawks fans earlier this week because they did some weird Lion King fan fiction about Dejounte Murray joining the Hawks, which obviously now we know he is going to. But I was like, this is cringe. And it wasn't a person. It was like a media outlet. And I'm sure those people will be in my mention very soon. But it was cringe. It was very cringe. You can't liken Dejounte Murray to Simba. That is strange.
Maddy Skye from the San Antonio Express News, the food and culture editor there. joining us here on the Blitz, reacting to the Dejounte Murray trade. And again, 3 ones is that's great. You're getting in return. They're in years, 2025. We've got to wait. Now, granted, Spurs have picks next year, so I guess they didn't need them. What's going to be next?
Yeah, whatever.
Again, I'm trying to make sense of this trade. All I know is they know more than we do. They have to have another plan for that. It can't be, all right, let the rebuild begin.
I have to believe, Maddy and Jason, that the Spurs, or there was something else happening behind the scenes that we're not aware of. For the Spurs, look, and there's some people reacting that are very happy about this thing, that the Spurs finally picked a direction where they're going to go, and this is a great haul for Dejounte, but it's not. It's really not. You're getting one pick you can use next year, and then you got to wait 2 years before you can use the next one. How is that a great haul?
Well, because you're going to have them in 2 years. Don't be greedy. You can't use them all at once.
Unbelievable.
You didn't want 3 first-rounders this year.
No, I didn't.
And they got 3 next year. What were you going to do, with 5 of them?
Why not? I'd have felt a little better about that.
I don't know. Maddy, make it make sense.
I think there's some Patty Mills news, too. Patty Mills will not pick up his $6.2 million player option with the Nets.
Patty Mills is a free agent.
He is.
Come home, Patty. Come home, Patty.
Patty's chasing rings at this point in his career. Why does he want to come here and win 23 games? I mean,
let's made me more sad.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Patty Mills at this point, and he might end up back in Brooklyn on another deal. So that's one of the things. These guys can opt out and then re-sign with those teams in the business move and either get another year, get some more money, or he's going to go somewhere that will have a chance to win. At this point, Patty isn't playing for money. He's playing for championship rings.
Yeah, well, he doesn't care about the money. He's got plenty.
Well, that's what you think.
He's got plenty.
Nobody says they have plenty of money.
I'm just saying he does, though, and he's not chasing money. And what is he next? He's going to go play on the Live Tour?
He might. I don't know how good of a golfer he is. He might.
Sorry, Maddy, you got into a little family squabble here.
I mean, tensions are high. It happens. I think we're all still coming off this adrenaline. But yeah, so that happened. Do we want to talk about my other stories?
Yeah, what else you got? You got a good bar for us to talk about where we can go drink?
No, I don't have it wasn't one of my stories, but my staff writer Camille wrote about Techport Arena has this crazy long happy hour. To me, happy hours are usually 2 hours long, maybe 3 if you're lucky. But Techport Arena has one that is 5 hours long, and it's $5 drinks. So that's obviously our new stadium, and that's on the south side. And then Zaxby's is now open in San Antonio officially, because obviously we had one in Cibolo. Now we have one in San Antonio all the way out in Elmer Ranch, which I will say I usually stray away from Elmer Ranch because I hear about how bad the traffic is. The traffic was not bad. And I really enjoyed the chicken strips. So that's the way you cure your heartbreak through chicken tendies. Go for it. Most items are under $10, and they're pretty filling. We had Bonnie, the blue-eyed Australian Shepherd, who was really tortured. That was surrendered to ACS earlier this month. I have a good update on her. She is recovering nicely. She's thriving in foster care and is getting all the love and cuddles. So, yeah.
Well, see, now I feel better. Because I do. Just that piece of news there, I feel a little bit better. I'm sure we'll get back into the I don't feel so good, but for now, I feel a lot better.
Do you?
I do.
I'm glad.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Thank you, Maddy.
So
you're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. Maddy, keep us smiling.
Give you all the food news.
Make us make sense of it. Make us make sense of the Express News deadlines.
What?
I'm kidding. I texted Jeff McDonald, and he was, to figure out if he could come on help. And he's just like, I just had to erase everything I wrote about the Spurs free agency advance because of this news, and it's due in an hour because our deadlines. Okay.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I live online, so my deadline is
different. when you get done. Awesome, Maddy. Always appreciate the time. Thanks for reacting
you,
with
guys.
us. Real and
next week.
authentic Spurs fan.
Thanks, Maddy.
Bye.
Maddy Skye from the San Antonio Express News, the food and culture editor, as she joins us every Wednesday.